Brother David Abad, who is currently assigned in the U.S. West Finance Department, is one of the ministers who were sent by the church administration to the United States during the pioneering years of the church in the far west.
I joined the ministry as a volunteer worker in July 10, 1956. We arrived here in America in November 4, 1974. That was 44 years ago.
He recalls the trials and sacrifices the ministers back then faced in the performance of their duty.
One of the challenges that we had is to travel long distances to reach the brethren. When we were in some states, in southern states, we encountered racial discrimination. They won't even fill up gasoline in my car because I am a Filipino.
Despite those hardships, there's one thing he was sure of.
God is so good. God is gracious to me and my family. We have endured 44 years here in the foreign mission because of God's help and assistance to us through the church administration.
The life and experiences of the elder ministers serve as inspiration for the younger ministers in the Church of Christ.
You know, when we see the ministers before us, especially the pioneering ministers, we see all the things that they went through. In itself is inspiring to us. In short, if there was no them, there's no us.
As Brother David continues to perform his ministry, what all the more inspired him was the message of the executive minister of the Church of Christ, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, when he officiated the dedication to the Lord God of the house of worship in the local congregation of EVM, Ecclesiastical District of Cavite South. This holy occasion was witnessed by the ministers and their families through video streaming in the local congregation of Burlingame in the Ecclesiastical District of Northwest California.
Praise be to God, because my wife and I were able to attend this video streaming. Ministers who have reached the age of retirable age as still function in the church. We have to bear fruit also.
The ministers that are called retired, the administration really fights to make sure we don't have the same way of thinking as the rest of the people of this world, where one might think, oh, because they're along in age, that there's no use for them anymore. God, as long as He gives us life, He will use us to make the church fruitful because of the experience that God gave them. That definitely will be able to help still strengthen the church, and especially the younger generation.
The ministers and families were overjoyed that they were able to witness also the inauguration of the church's housing for retired ministers in Tagaytay City, Philippines.
Thank you to our executive minister for always thinking of our souls. Thank you for all the lessons, and thank you for including us. Although we are not a retired minister, to be able to hear what is always in store is a great feeling to know that no matter what happens, we're always cared for.
If you are a minister, if you grow old, even though you are sick, they will take care of you through the instrumentality of Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. He is not only loving and kind to the ministers, but to the entirety of the church.